Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick from UCARS and we're back on the channel again. I got a long drive ahead of me. I have to go to up north of San Antonio or further than that. And we're gonna be helping out a buddy who's actually setting up his RS for time attack. I'm gonna go help him with a clutch and flywheel install. Shouldn't be too bad. And I'm also gonna be helping another buddy with his wastegate install as well. So I need to hurry up. It's early in the morning. As you can see, it's kind of daylight. But let's get this started. Let's get going. Alright, we just made it to Buc-ee's. Got the good old beaver there. Got some food, got a drink. Time to continue on and make our way over to, well, I'm just gonna keep that a secret for now. Let's go. So I made it to Austin. We're here to do two cars. One RS, or I mean, technically I'm assisting, I'm not really doing much. But we have a limited edition RS here, as well as a time attack car. This one's like fully decked. Look at this thing. Got Recaros, full cage. Well, I mean, not really full cage, but half cage, right? Half cage, kinda? Yeah. Good enough. I mean, you're gonna run harnesses. Wow.
Yeah,
harnesses. I mean, he's got all the cool stuff. He's got the monsoon radiator. He's got a liver noise thermostat as well. All the things. We're gonna be pulling this transmission out because we got to do the clutch and flywheel on this one, and then we're doing a wastegate actuator on this one, and ethanol content sensor. Yeah. Yes, so you've guys seen my videos on how to do the ethanol content sensor and the wastegate actuator. I won't bore you with it. I'll be filming this and doing that, well, helping as much as I can. So I gotta offload the car with all the tools that are in it because there's a bunch of specialty tools that we're going to need for both of them. So I need to keep going because I don't want to waste time. All right, as you can see, we are very, very busy in here. Everybody's kind of doing work. Nick is up here doing the downpipe. I'm under here on the bottom, working on the PTU right here. So I'm trying to undo these, oh, hang on. So see these right there? These are T45s. I gotta get all these out. I did 2 out of the 6. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so 6 is up on top, kind of hidden. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus it. There you go. And then once that's done, I can move this drive shaft, basically pull that away, push it down and away. Downpipe is gonna have to come out, unfortunately, just so that way we could get more maneuvering room, because I need to reach up in there to get the PTU out. So is your PTU or your power differential or your power distribution, whatever. So anyway, this is basically their front differential on here. I have to clamp these with a specialty tool that you can get from O'Reilly's and AutoZone. These are these little clamps. Go on right here on the rubber portion of it. You can't really see it. So this is rubber. So you're gonna put this clamp on here, like so. Open it up, put it on right there, and then you squeeze it closed. I'm gonna have to undo this clamp first and then put it on there so that way it can lock in. But I have 2 of them, so it comes as a pack of 3. So I'm gonna go large, medium, or however you want to do it, large, medium size plier clamp thing. Pull this out, lock it down, and then I also gotta drop on both sides. The lower control arms need to come off, so, or just come down, basically. So you gotta undo the bolt that goes from right here. So this bolt, can't really see it again, whatever. So right here is a T50, 55 right here, and 18 on the other side. It's a nut. Can't really see it. Because my angle. undo that one. It's the same thing on the other side, of course. You take the brake duct off on both sides, and then basically pull this down, and then that way it gives us more room to work with pulling out the axle. So anyway, we're gonna do a lot of loud noises and stuff, so I'm not gonna film all that, but we're gonna work on this PTU back here. All right, so
it's like, yep, we're still here.
yeah, so we're technically. That's so funny because I was actually gonna say that. So basically, we're still doing the downpipe right now. The wastegate actuator on the other side is actually almost ready to come out. That's John. Hi. That's everybody else too. So there's Adam and then Richard's over here. So we're all working in here. I'm trying not to take up so much space because we got it on the tripod. But with his wastegate actuator, it was just the E-clip, which is a little bit of a pain to get to. That's what that looks like here. So it's a little bit of a pain to get to. All I had to do was really get a flathead screwdriver, like a small flathead screwdriver. I had to reach down, basically down here, like this, reach my arm underneath, and just go get it to the actuator arm. I don't know if it's gonna focus on it. Right there. So this actuator arm. And then you just gotta undo the two 10 mils that are on there. Once the 10 mils are out, then it should just pop right off. The new wastegate actuator I think is already ready. And then, yeah, it's getting there. It's a lot of progress. We're doing a lot of stuff. I'm like switching between two cars, kinda. But next up, Richard and I are gonna go start working on the axles next. And we'll undo all that so we can get this axle out of the way. And then I also got to go on the other side and pull the drain plug on the transmission, which is an 8 mil bit that I have somewhere. So basically, I need to undo the drain plug. I'll probably you've seen me do it before on the other video that I've done with Ken's car on his transmission. So same thing, same little 8-bit that was part of a socket bit set, and it broke out, so now I just have a bit. So I just get one of these, and I have an 8 mil. It's basically an 8 mil that I put on there. It goes right in, like this, and then you just break it loose, just like that. So I'm gonna continue with this. You guys already seen me do some of this before. I'll film a little bit of it, but yeah, little bits and pieces. Hey guys.
Here we go, we're getting closer.
Nice. He's on the...
Alright, we got the downpipe out.
Yeah. So, Nick's helping me record. I'm getting the PTU heat shield that's on top. Where right here, this transmission unit right there. I'm getting the heat shield off so that way I can get access to all the other bolts for the PTU. Typically, I think it's like 5 or 6 bolts that are there. 13 mil bolts. So, it's 3 of these 8 mils. 8 mil little bolts that are up on top. Ooh, I should not have done that. 3 heat shield bolts, and then you just grab the heat shield and just literally pull it out.
Very nice.
So, on top of the heat shield, you have 3 holes. 1, 2, 3, right there. So, that's how the heat shield is sitting in there. And then once you get those out, I have to move one of the breather lines out of there. It's like clipped up on the top, if I can get it. So this breather hose right here is on the top. I have to kind of unclip it. You see how there's a little clip right here on my pointy finger?
Yep.
So I had to kind of pull it off of the block and move it down out of the way. I'm gonna move it down right there. And then I gotta undo 5 bolts. You can't really see it. There's one right here on my pointy finger. There's 5 bolts. There's one over here. So there's like 1, 2, 3, and then as you come underneath, yeah. So 1, 2 up here, 3, 4, and 5 on the bottom down here. So this clamp, pull it forward. There you go. And this one's a pain because of where it's at and located. I have to see if I can fiddle with this. Not ideal, but I gotta use what I got. Oh, come on. It's getting there. Come on. There we go. Come on.
I'm like trying to record while also not being in your way.
No, you're fine, you're fine. You're okay. Oh boy. Oh, that's why I couldn't see. I was like, where did it go? It's right here. Come on. Come on. Come on.
There we go.
Be nice. There you go.
I have to keep telling you to like zoom in on the clamp instead of your hands. All right, sweet.
Okay, and then while that's off, you get your pliers.
Yep.
And then what I'm gonna do this one at a time because I need to get access to this one. Pull this off. Once I clamp it, comes off. Same thing. Clamp that one. Pull it off.
Okay.
So open.
Wait, am I in the splash zone?
No. You might.
It might be in the splash zone. All right.
Might be. Or where's that drain?
Should be able to pull. Oh, you need the drain pan again. Okay.
Just in case, because I don't.
And here he comes back.
I'm back. Hi.
Let me get this out of the way.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to make sure I can get it where it's not gonna like do that where it's squishy, squirting.
I don't mind squishy or squirting.
I'm just pushing it back.
Do we have electrical tape?
Shit.
Yeah, let me see if I can find some. One second.
Hey, take your time. No rush. No! You do your
I
thing
should
now.
have some.
You're ready. Hook this one.
Take your time, but hurry up.
Oh, you got the.
Is it fighting you and trying to come off?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it off, but also try to clamp it so that way it doesn't do that. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Trying not to do that. That.
I don't mind losing fluid. Like if you're trying to minimize.
From the PTU, yeah, that's where it's supposed. That's fine. It's.
And he's gone.
Sorry, hang on.
It's fine. I can just tell you're making a mess in here.
Trying not to. All sorts of stuff.
Does this make you want to have an electric car?
Huh?
Does this make you want to have an EV?
I wouldn't trade
A lot
it.
of people don't realize that like EVs still have all these fluids. They still have coolant. They still have differentials. They still have a lot of fluids that gas engine cars.
Yeah. Still gotta worry about tires and all sorts of other stuff too.
Yep. So what's interesting with the Model 3 that we have, we're going through the tire warranties twice as fast as a gas car.
What? Really?
So like, we had Continental tires on the Model 3.
Right.
They were good for 60,000 miles.
Uh-huh.
They disappeared in actually more than halfway, 20,000
What?
miles.
In 20,000?
They were warranted for 60 and they ran out in 20.
That's
Just
insane.
because of how heavy the car is.
That's insane. That's crazy to me. This makes it so much easier. Crank on it with a longer closed-end ratcheting wrench.
Yeah.
All that. You'll see it. It's like Loctite and stuff in there. Well, this one doesn't.
Nope. Okay.
All right, 4 more. Woohoo! Yay, 4 more.
The next one we're working on is that one.
Yep. After that, it's get to the top 2 on the top. Hey, you guys doing okay over there?
What?
How are y'all doing?
Doing good. Good. Putting everything back together.
You want it? You sure?
No, I already have it. I don't
sale.
need another one. I don't want to buy one that I already have.
That's true.
That's what the downpipe looks like. It's got a weird heat shield on it. The angle's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So Breen's on the intake tube?
Nice.
Got all the wiring back in, it's got everything hooked up over here, got the sensor placed, everything right there, got all the fuel lines connected back up, so
Where's the ethanol content analyzer?
What?
this little guy right here.
Really?
That itself is the ethanol.
That's the sensor itself, that's the power for it, and that's the sensor on the side of the battery box there.
Okay. I've never actually seen one, so I didn't know how it actually worked out.
Kind of had to figure it out because the wastegate here is exactly where it's supposed to be. So that's supposed to be right here, but we had to move just a little bit towards the back.
Makes sense.
Sweet. How it would go now.
That is crazy. I've never
Just
heard
gotta put it all back together.
Now it's recording. So that's supposed to be together.
Yep.
I will send you a link to what gasket to get because this usually happens. It gives you a bank one lean if it splits at any point in time because usually it's supposed to be like this.
Yep.
But then usually it'll have a gap like that as you see it. So there's a gap there.
Yep.
and air will start to seep in from outside, going in, and it'll go to the O2 sensor on this side before the cat, and it'll read more oxygen on this side than what's on this side. So it'll give you a bank 1 lean. So I can't recall right off the top of my head right now, but there's a gasket that you should get that isn't like this. It's actually, I think it's not Felpro, it's one of the other ones where it's actually like a material gasket instead of metal. So it'll be much better.
Yeah, so if you pull up your downpipe like we did and you only see this piece, you're still missing this piece up on the
up top,
up on the turbo, which you could see. Zoom in. It'd be up there where you're putting his hand right now.
Yeah, it's actually I can reach up and touch it right here.
Yeah, I already plugged it in.
Okay.
Now it's just
All right, so Mr. Nick
make sure
was able to get the PTU out of the car.
At least 3 times.
PTU from my Focus RS, so of course, like that's the back end, and then passenger side and driver's side. Yeah, that's what this guy looks like.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild. Okay.
Did we connect the line in the back?
Let me zoom out. Badass. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not pinching this cable.
That's a breather right there. So you can actually just set it up like that. It'll just kind of chill there.
Sweet. Make sure I'm not pinching the breather at all.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine.
good.
So
Just a breather, then I'm not too worried about it.
it'll kind of balance like that. Maybe.
You put it against the scooter. Scooter wheel. Yeah, perfect. Good.
There you go.
Sweet.
5 tool cells out. 3 of them were Craftsman.
So you got Adam tuning you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I've heard good things about him as well.
If it was a 6 mil, like if it was a 10 mil, like alright, somebody was just replacing what they lost.
Wow, you really are just before 60K. You know, like 800 more miles, you could tune it.
Tune it to what?
It runs. Makes some good little whooshy noises, so yeah, it runs. Good.
Hood ajar.
Mission accomplished.
I can't tell the hood's ajar, guys.
Just letting you know.
So transmission has been removed now out of the engine bay. So now you have a full view of a stock clutch. So
Now there's so much room for activity.
there is, yeah, it's plenty actually. So what's cool about this is for the RS, hang on, I'm gonna adjust this light here. So the RS has a dual mass flywheel. So if you look there, you'll see it when we remove it completely, but this is your pressure plate inside of there is inside that sandwich. You can kind of see it right there in where the spline is. That's the actual clutch. And then right there where you can see the teeth, that is your flywheel. It's a dual mass flywheel. It's a little bit heavy, but our transmission is out. There's your throwout bearing. Your throwout bearing is mounted in here. It is hydraulic, so that is why that slave line goes here. It's just three bolts. It's like 8 mils right here. 1, 2, 3.
Apparently it's not supposed to sound like this.
It's old. More than anything else, I think overall of anything else, if it were to be anything, it's old, and that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna get changed. We have a whole new clutch kit that's going in. So here we go, right, Nick?
Right.
Here we go. We got some ACT goodness right there. So we're gonna start unpackaging that and starting getting the old stuff out, and we'll be right back.
So 83,000 miles and 20 plus track events. Last time it slipped on me was at Autocross 2 months ago. But
It's not bad.
still has enough material in it for.
Not bad. But
I mean, it makes sense for it to be holding, but it also makes sense that it's like low
clutch
enough.
itself is fine. This isn't. See this? The spotting.
Yeah.
This is a lot of the hot spots, as well as there might have been like fluid that was dripping in at some point, and that's why you're gonna get all these little dots, little leopard skin on here. So this is where you're gonna feel your slippage. And then if we look at your flywheel, look at it from above.
Yep.
If you look at your flywheel, it'll have leopard spots on it too.
Yep.
See it?
It does.
So, being that it's a dual mass, you have your actual biting surface, and underneath there's like a little counterweight style underneath where this is actually able to kind of rotate on its own. That's why they call it a dual mass. One part stays still, which is on the back. We're kind of the sandwich plate in between the actual teeth and right where the flywheel is. So this is able to rotate, and this is what helps mitigate a lot of the NVH or your natural vibrations of what you're going to feel from the engine.
Oh, okay.
So this is what's going to mitigate it a lot. When you switch to your single mass flywheel, this goes away, and you're going to hear chatter.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
That's just a byproduct because that's the natural vibrations from the engine.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that's no big deal.
Next, I do believe these are T55s or 60s.
We will find out.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap.
All right, Nick. What were you talking? We were just talking about the bearing. I was like, he's like, yeah, it's not supposed to make all that noise, and then he goes ahead and spins the ATC one right there, and
Yeah, this one makes no sound whatsoever when you spin it around. It's silent. You can't even tell.
versus the other one.
It sounds like a skateboard wheel from
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time to change it. ATC or ACT has been really good with all their products. I have one in the RS as well. Pretty much, it's the same thing. The only thing that changes is the clutch pack, which mine is the 6-foot ceramic clutch versus this is the organic disc, which I was originally gonna go with. But I went 6-foot because I thought I was gonna push more power. So I'm like in that in-between stage of should I just go to this, which I may do this. Because this might be a better idea. But
You're 6 foot right now.
yeah, I have a 6-foot for now. When you purchase the kit from ACT, make sure you do buy new flywheel bolts from Ford. These are perfectly fine to be used. They come with 6 and they're already got Loctite on it, so don't worry about it. 6 new ones. This is all good. The hardware that it does come with is for the pressure plate. There's 6 total, washer, and then you have your, I think these are Allen keys. These are like 8, I think. They're 8 mil. I'll double check, you'll see. But it's a 8 mil on all of these, and then you lock it in. Before you fully install everything together, make sure to use brake clean to clean the surfaces, because there is like a manufacturing lubricant when they mill these out. So make sure that you clean these off thoroughly before you fully install, because if not, you're going to have all the slippage in the world, and then you're going to ask yourself why. That's why.
Flywheel bolts are fully torqued down, so Nick has been thoroughly using the brake cleaner to both clean the flywheel and also
Try to see different smells, you know?
look into a
I
different
see smells!
look into a different dimension.
Yeah, pretty much. But I sprayed an unabsorbed amount of brake clean just to make sure that the surface is actually cleaned, and getting off all the manufacturer lubricant that was left over from when this was all milled in.
Yep.
Which I'm actually visually seeing it all evaporate right now, which is good. Getting all this stuff off of it. Once it's all good, we can get the clutch put in place up in there, and then we also need to get the pressure plate. I need to clean that off, and yeah. But I don't know if you guys heard me from above, but torque sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're stepping up every time. 37, then you do 59, then you do 83. And
Yep.
every time you're doing that same sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Pressure plate's going to be torqued in a different sequence. I'll show you after. It's number 6 will end up here on the top, and then number 1 I believe was on the side.
Yep.
Over here. So fun times. Now we're gonna have to grease the inside of the splines in here, and we gotta grease up the shaft on the transmission. You have to grease up the splines on the input shaft of the transmission. We're gonna swap this here before we even get this transmission up, but grease up this spline, and then that should be good to install everything. Yeah, we're just gonna get this put in, and then I'll show as we're putting it all up. So before I forget, this is labeled, it says Flywheel side on here. I don't know if the camera's just gonna see it. Yeah, it's right there. It says Flywheel side. So make sure that is pointing towards the flywheel. So in our case, or obviously that way, towards the engine.
I didn't realize that the clutch was on.
Yeah, the clutch is in there.
I never took any photos. Oh well. I trust that's in there.
There you go.
If it wasn't, I'll find out very quickly. Alright, you gotta say all that again because I wasn't recording.
Oh, so I'm finishing up locking in all the bottom bolts because I already tightened up the top already. So I'm just tightening in all the bolts to the bell housing, from the bell housing to the motor, and locking it in. And pretty much done torquing them in. I just gotta get these bolts back because we accidentally pulled these out. And these just go straight up in here like this.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the clutch, or transmission is back in there. So little by little it's coming back together. I think it's a freaking boss.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. It's we got the transmission in, the PTU's back in, remounted everything. It's just all the other little things, like putting axles back in, which
Oh, so I can handle that. It's no big deal.
With the buddies and whatnot. But other than that, you saw how easy it is. I mean, minus how heavy everything is, having a trans jack and having the engine support.
It's really, the trans jack and the engine support beam. Without those two, like, this would not be doable.
It wouldn't have been that easy. No. But shouldn't take that long. But we took a little longer because making sure everything was going well. But yeah, that's about it.
He was also teaching me a lot.
So that's gonna end today's video. I hope you guys really liked it. Link for the gaskets and all this other stuff, even the clutch kit, will be linked down below.
Your phone number?
Instagram is down below. All the stuff will be there as well. Nick's Instagram will be also attached as well. That's gonna end today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, comment. If you guys want to see other content videos with Nick, as well as, you know, maybe we'll go out to, I'm guaranteed next year we're gonna go check out his car, like on Coda especially, and then I'm gonna try to make at least one of them, at least 1 or 2 of them for your race events to actually like shoot it, like actually like, I'm pretty sure if you get, again, like and comment, make sure, if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to see him on track as well, I'm gonna try to set that up, like footage wise, how we're gonna do that and everything. And then we can see him full bore, go send it, and again, links down below for his Instagram so that way you can follow his journey with his RS, because it's got a lot done to it. So thank you again for having me.
Thank you. Sorry about the finger and the band-aid, but at least you're covered up.
Minor stuff. Working on cars, you're gonna get scuffs, buffs, bruises, all the things, dirty. I mean, if you're not getting dirty, you're not really working hard enough. But that's gonna end today's video. I'm Nick from UCARS, and Nick.
Austin.
So we will check you guys in the next video. See you guys later.
Thank y'all.
Like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.